3, Power English.
Welcome to the show, everybody.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kristen Cho.
And I'm Cameron Word.
Hope you all had a wonderful weekend.
Yes, yes.
We are back to the daily grind.
We are. It's Monday, so.
Yeah. And so I feel like Mondays, food is particularly important, like a lunch. Like, you know, just kind of get back and treat yourself because it's the start of a new week. Like, I gotta have something really good for lunch.
Right. You probably also skipped breakfast because you woke up late.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Gotta eat something good for lunch on Mondays.
So speaking of food, we have a food dialogue today, and we're featuring a special all-American sandwich. It is called a Reuben. R-E-U-B-E-N.
Yes.
Okay, you may not have heard of this, but it's a very popular sandwich in America. What kind of sandwich is this, and do you like it?
I do like it. I don't know exactly what it is. I think it's definitely has sauerkraut.
Yes.
So it's like kimchi, but like not spicy kimchi.
No spice.
Just sour. Yeah. Just the sour part. And then it's not pastrami. I think it's corned beef.
That's correct.
Right.
And then you add Swiss cheese in there, too.
And then, do you choose the bread? Is there one type of bread?
Well, usually they have it on rye bread.
Right. It's usually like a brown rye bread.
Yeah. And rye bread is hard to find in Korea, I find. Sometimes you can, but it's not that available everywhere.
Yeah.
It's a certain type of bread.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, my goodness. I'm getting hungry already. When's lunch?
Yeah.
Okay. So, New York's best food, the best Reuben in the city. And we've talked about this, too, that New York has a lot of great deli places.
Yeah.
A lot of good sandwiches, right? Okay, here are some expressions that we're going to cover. Nothing to write home about. This is a fun expression. Again, nothing to write home about. Nothing to write home about.
It's not impressive. Not very memorable.
Right.
Or amazing.
Yeah, because if it was memorable, you would be like, Dear Cameron, I ate the most delicious sandwich. All right. How about if you rock someone's world?
This is, you are going to impress someone. You're going to do something that they find amazing.
Okay. And how about if you say, oh, that's a good sign?
Yeah, a good sign here means that, this is a signal, it's an indication that good things will happen.
Okay, very good. Let's see how these expressions are used in today's dialogue.
I can't believe how many different cuisines I've had these past 2 weeks.
Well, some of it was disappointing. I mean, the Thai food last night was nothing to write home about.
It was still good. But since we only have one day, how do you intend to rock my world?
There's a little deli in the East Village called Morty's. Whenever I go, there's a line of locals out the door.
That's a good sign. Are the sandwiches good?
They make the best Reuben in the city.
All right. Please join us on page 122. You can find the power dialogue there. Let's begin. Christina says, I can't believe how many different cuisines I've had these past 2 weeks. Yeah, in New York, it's multicultural. A lot of international food.
Yes.
And really authentic, too. So Christina is saying, I've had so many different kinds of food. What does Riley say?
Well, some of it was disappointing. I mean, the Thai food last night was nothing to write home about.
Okay. Our power pattern today is, I mean, does that really mean anything?
It doesn't really mean a lot, but there is the feeling of like, come on. Like,
yeah.
Like almost like you're telling a secret. Christina's like, wow, we had so many things. And then Ruben's like, okay, yeah, but
You know. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, it's that sort of like you're secretly like saying, let's be real.
Yeah, let's be honest.
Let's be honest.
Yeah. I mean, so when he says, I mean, you're about to hear something honest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like something truthful.
Yeah.
Like something opinion.
And it's usually slightly negative. Negative or slightly negative.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You often don't use this and expect something positive. Yeah.
That is so true. Yeah, you're right, because he says the Thai food last night, they had Thai food in the evening, was nothing to write home about. If something is nothing to write home about, what are you essentially saying?
It's not that great.
It's not that good.
It's not that impressive.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. And so it is the feeling, though. It's obviously not really good, but maybe it's also not really bad.
Okay, that was my question to you. My next question was, well, then is it really bad?
No, it's just slightly disappointing. Because if something's really bad, let's say you are at like summer camp. Back in the day when we didn't have phones that we could call or text all the time, you would say, "Dear Mom and Dad, today at summer camp, I went swimming in the lake. I caught a fish." But then, like, you kind of tell the story to your family, right?
Right.
That's this feeling with write home about.
Yes.
You're telling your family about something you did.
Yeah.
But for the things that are boring,
or nothing that surprising or exciting.
When you write your family, you're writing about great
Highlights.
things
Yeah.
and horrible things that happen to you.
Right. So it's almost like it's kind of like, it was okay. Yeah, there's nothing to write home about.
Yeah.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't great.
It was fine.
It was okay.
Eh.
Yeah. That's the idea. So Christina says, it was still good, but since we only have one day, how do you intend to rock my world? Okay, so so Christina says, well, it was still good. She enjoyed it.
Yeah.
You see, so it wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't horrible.
How do you intend to rock my world? This is a very direct question.
Yes.
First of all, what is to rock someone's world anyway?
It means to surprise them, to amaze them,
Yeah.
to do something so good or give them something so good that they're like, wow, I love this.
Yeah.
This is amazing.
It's like it shakes you up
Yeah.
because it's that crazy good. So she's like, okay, yesterday, Thai food, yeah, it was okay, but it's the last day, so she really wants to have some spectacular food.
Yes.
That's why she says, how do you intend to rock my world? How do you intend to make me super duper happy?
Yeah. We do use this sometimes with food. Try these chicken wings, they'll rock your world.
Yeah.
Or,
That
drinks.
dinner just rocked my world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recently I was with friends
Yeah.
they were like visiting
Okay.
from another country.
All right.
Apparently, we were eating meat.
Okay.
We're at a 고깃집. And they had the sammu. And apparently,
Yeah.
that sammu was rocking their world.
Really?
We had to ask for like refills like 5 or 6 times.
You're kidding. Wait, maybe because did they eat sauerkraut maybe?
Yeah, it had a little bit of that horseradish, the gochujang,
Yes.
that kind of, and apparently it's a
Love it.
flavor they'd never had before.
Really?
But it was rocking their world.
And there is a little bit of sweetness too.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So Riley says what?
There's a little deli in the East Village called Morty's. Whenever I go there, there's a line of locals out the door.
So when you go traveling and you see a line of locals, not tourists, you know it's a good place.
Yeah, because a line of tourists, they could have just been, sold a lie by social media, right?
Yeah, it's like social media. It's like, you got to go here. But when you see the locals line up, that's the place. Okay, so Christina says, that's a good sign. Are the sandwiches good? Okay, so a good sign, she's referring to which sign?
It's not an actual sign, right?
Okay.
A physical sign. She's saying if you see that line of locals, you can know that something is good. So it's a good indication.
Yes, that's right. So last year I went traveling and my friend discovered this place And it wasn't like a touristy place. So we were in line, and then there was a whole long line behind us, and they were all locals. And we said, oh, this is a good sign.
That's a good sign.
Oh, this is going to be really good.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was. And Riley says they make the best Reuben in the city. Okay, so I'm sure all of our listeners are very curious. Reuben 샌드위치 먹고 싶다.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully you'll get the chance. Okay, let's go ahead and listen to that one more time.
I can't believe how many different cuisines I've had these past 2 weeks.
Well, some of it was disappointing. I mean, the Thai food last night was nothing to write home about.
It was still good. But since we only have one day, how do you intend to rock my world?
There's a little deli in the East Village called Morty's. Whenever I go, there's a line of locals out the door.
That's a good sign. Are the sandwiches good?
They make the best Reuben in the city.
It's time for Power Note. We're on pages 124 and 25. Our first expression, nothing to write home about, means it wasn't very impressive. It wasn't exciting. It was just okay.
Yeah.
What did you think about the tour you took?
It was nothing to write home about. I prefer self-guided tours.
Yeah. It wasn't bad.
Yeah. It was okay.
It was okay. But I'd prefer to do it myself.
Yeah. It's like you wouldn't recommend it to someone else.
Right.
Right?
I think that's a good measurement right there.
Like, you're not mad that you did it, but you're not also going to say, oh, you should really do this tour.
Yeah.
I learned so much.
Right. That's right.
No.
So maybe you go to a city and everybody said you got to go there, or you got to go to this museum, or you got to go there. And then you go and you're like, well, it was okay, but it's nothing to write home about. The gourmet ice cream was nice, but it was nothing to write home about. Now, the ice cream is gourmet. It's very expensive. They make it there, right? So a lot of people are like, oh, you got to try it. And you tried it.
Why is everyone so crazy about this ice cream?
It's true.
Yeah. I recently so there are some American burger chains that have come to Korea recently.
Yes.
There have been a few of them.
Okay.
And because I lived in the middle of nowhere in America,
all right,
I never had them in my life.
Okay.
So the first time I had them was in Korea.
Okay.
I won't say the chain for obvious reasons.
Yeah. I think I know.
And I tried it, and I was like, this is it? It wasn't bad, but on the news, Koreans had been lining up for 3 or 4 hours to eat this burger.
Right.
And I was like, this is... It was nothing to write home about.
And speaking of burgers, I went to a very expensive burger place that was created by a very famous chef in America.
I know who we're talking about.
Okay, in Gangnam. And so I was like, okay, this is expensive, but I'll let me try. Let me see what all the fuss is about. And then I was like, I had it, and it was good, but it was nothing to write home about.
Right. Yeah.
So it's the idea of you have these high expectations. Everyone's like, there's a buzz, and then you're like, disappointing, a little disappointing.
Yeah. And it's not because it's in Korea. I've had tons of great burgers in Korea.
Yes.
Which is why I was like, why this one?
Yeah.
There's so many other better choices.
It's true. All right. Rock someone's world means to have a really strong, kind of make someone feel great, excited, really kind of, have a positive impact on someone. Okay, what was it like to go backstage after the concert?
It definitely rocked my world meeting my favorite band.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Yeah. Meaning just
like it would rock my world if I met Adele.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Coldplay.
No way.
Just every once in a while these artists come to Korea.
Yeah.
And just oh my gosh.
Yes.
I saw you at the Super Bowl.
Oh my gosh.
And now you're in front of me.
I know. I promise this movie is going to rock your world.
Yes. So a movie can rock your world.
Sure.
A performance can rock your world.
Absolutely.
Food.
A
cocktail.
Oof, yeah.
Yeah.
A burger. If you're a real big burger fan.
Yeah. Just something just amazing. Or sammu. It was honestly so funny. Because it was a large group of people.
May I ask where they were from?
I think they were from Canada.
Okay.
It was like a friend of a friend.
Okay.
So it wasn't a friend's friend from Canada had come. And so
all right.
my group of friends, we just met together.
So interesting.
We just recognized all of a sudden all of the radishes were gone. Just had to keep ordering more. It was great.
And thank goodness it's Korea because they do the refill.
Yeah,
사장님, can we have more? And then, of course, they give you more. They give you more. Only in Korea.
Yeah.
Okay. A good sign means, all right. And it doesn't have to be like there's a sign with letters, but it just means like, oh, this is a good thing.
Yes.
From what I see, I know it's going to be good.
Yeah, good indication.
All right. My stomach doesn't hurt as much as it did yesterday.
That's a good sign. It means you're getting better.
Yeah, maybe you had norovirus or you had like stomach, food poisoning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you can eat again.
But sometimes people are like, when it lasts for a couple of days, they get worried. Like, oh, should I go to the doctor? But it doesn't hurt, so it's getting better. It's a good sign. The sky is really clear tonight. That's a good sign for tomorrow.
Yeah, maybe you have a wedding,
Oh, yeah.
And you're worried, is it going to rain? It's an outside wedding. Is it going to rain? But then the night before, you're like, okay, the weather is clear. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
That means tomorrow will be good as well.
I had an outside wedding.
You did?
I did. Yeah.
In Korea?
No, in America.
Oh.
Yeah. But still, there was a chance of, when you have an outside wedding, there is always a possibility of rain.
Rain or wind.
Or wind. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it was a very
went
nice day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Okay. Power pattern. Which is kind of like, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Mm.
All right. We can go to the movies any night.
Why do we have to go tonight?
Yeah.
We can go any night. It's unusual to see a raccoon during the daytime.
Yeah.
What's wrong? What's happening?
What's
This
happening?
is weird.
Yeah.
It's a little unusual to see a raccoon in the daytime.
Very good. Okay. Our power vocab is the word Reuben, which is a kind of sandwich. And do check out the definition on page 126. And please stop by Audio Ohatang and subscribe for a small fee. And of course, we'll be back live at 6 p.m. on Evening Special tonight. So we hope to see you there. Take care.
Bye-bye.